seemed like the bench was a factor also. Can you talk a little bit about how effective it was being able to have Sheets coming off, and Lockridge did a nice job off the bench, Maldonado as well, Merrill also. It just seemed like everybody was clicking when called upon.
Yeah, it's it takes a team. We talk about this a lot. There's 26 on the roster for a reason, and outside of Kyle, who didn't get a chance to gets to pitch tonight, which I'm sure you'll be asked about, was 25 guys were very instrumental in what we did, and the bench was a big part of that. Sheetsy, big homer, Gurriel, RBI single to give us a go-ahead run. The eighth, it held up. But yeah, Maldonado was fantastic. Him and Diaz are splitting time back there, and Lockridge came off yesterday, big knock, stolen base, scored a run, opened it up.
You already mentioned you opened the door to talk about Kyle Hart, so what can we expect out of him tonight? And you think there are going to be a little bit of butterflies for him coming back here to Major League Baseball?
Does anybody feel guilty about talking during the national anthem?
It's just a rehearsal.
It's just
rehearsal.
It's okay?
It's the actual, I think it's the actual recording.
I feel like I'm disrespecting my country right now, especially in a beautiful military town like San Diego. It just doesn't feel right. But you're holding my feet to the fire. That's okay.
We can put on pause if you need
No, that's okay. Yeah. Hart, looking to seeing Kyle pitch tonight. Got familiar with him in spring training, and good opportunity for him tonight.
Has he mentioned at all about some excitement about doing it back here in the States again after being in Korea for a while?
Oh, I think he's excited about it. He's back in the big leagues, and he came back here to get the opportunity to pitch in the big leagues. So I can't speak for him, but I'm sure he's excited about it.
Just in general, have you seen any kind of a common thread with guys who've gone over there and come back here and had success? Do they change things? Is it just a chance for them to get more experience? Is it a confidence thing? Maybe a combination of all of those?
I think it's a combination of all of those. I think it's an opportunity for guys that have either gotten a lot of minor league experience, a taste of the big league experience, chance to go over and see what and work on their craft and work on different things. It's a different story for everybody. But it was a chance for him to go over and work on different pitches, and clearly pitched very, very well, and here we are.
You say back in the big leagues, and it's not technically his debut, but he debuted in 2020. There were no fans in the stands during that season, so kind of how cool of a moment will it be for him to I know that it's not his debut, but to get to experience real big league baseball?
Yeah, you go and you make your fan debut in Petco Park. That's pretty special, right? So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emotions and excitement for Kyle tonight.
The number of zeros your bullpen is throwing up so far, how impressive have they been, really?
Been outstanding. They've been great. The one thing I mentioned earlier first of all, it's becoming an experienced bullpen. It's nice to be able to go see Maury Hone grab the ninth. If you're going to have a club that's going to win consistently, you're going to have your guys that bring it home consistently, but they're not going to be able to pitch every day. And so for Maury Hone to go grab the ninth in a one-run game was really important. You saw Estrada close it out yesterday. Yuki get big outs, Wandy get big outs. It's just continues to be a group effort. So Adam's been good. Obviously Suarez has been good. So it's a matter of going out there and pitching. And good news is Jacob's been good as well. These guys can get righties and lefties as well.
Mike, I realize that Jurickson is no longer with his Padres team, but news broke a short time ago that he's been suspended 80 games for PEDs. Very beloved in that clubhouse. I'm not sure how it's going over in there, but what is your reaction to this news?
I literally just found out before I got out here, and I love Jurickson Profar no more or no less right now than I loved him an hour ago. I still love him, and I don't know the circumstances behind it, but I know the person that is pro, and I love the guy.
Are you surprised by it? Considering everything that you do know about it, are you surprised by it?
I don't know what you want me to say. Yeah, I'm surprised by it. I think, all I can tell you is I don't know the circumstances, so I'm not going to speak to it. All I can tell you is I love Profar, and I'll support him regardless.
Are you sure you heard about the torpedo bats this weekend? Have you had any experience with those things at all?
No, I haven't hit in a while. No, I have not hit in a while. Swing the fungo occasionally, but they haven't made torpedo fungos yet. So I'll let you know if I get in the cage, but yeah, I don't know.
You get too many off the label, you had to put it down?
Yeah, well, about 35 years ago.
Did any of your players, any of them coming in here experimenting with those at all?
I don't know. I'm sure. Look, in our game, guys are experimenting with everything. There's a lot of things out there, and I feel pretty good about what our guys choose to use for their bats at the moment.
Mike, one more thing. When Gavin Sheets first came to the Padres, what sort of opportunity did you present to him that he could have with this organization?
Yeah, we talked to Gavin quite a bit. You know, he was a guy that rightfully had options as a free agent, and we spent, kudos to the organization. You know, we do our jobs. The organization did a nice job identifying Gavin, talking to Gavin. I did get into the process of, having some conversation with him, and really just enjoyed him quite a bit. You know, I really appreciated the conversation we had, and we're honest about what we had, and it's one thing that I think we'll always be, is we'll be sincere about what the opportunities are, what we have here in San Diego, and the culture we have, and how we can help them prepare and compete, and then allow them to make informed decisions, and it's worked out well with Gavin.
What is it like seeing yourself as bobblehead?
I don't even know, to be honest. It's a little weird, but it's a little cool, growing up, see everybody's bobblehead in the big leagues, so to have my own is pretty sick.
Do you think that they did you justice?
Yeah, the tattoos, the eye black, they gave me some better facial hair than I actually have, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, they did good.
When you think about the fact that a bunch of fans are going to be walking around and they're going to be having their own Jackson Merrill bobbleheads, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's going to be a little weird, it's just a lot of me's in one place at the same time, so, it's something new, but it's cool, and I appreciate it.
You said you had bobbleheads. Whose bobbleheads did you collect when you were a kid, which is recent?
I actually don't even remember. I didn't collect any as a kid.
Okay.
I just remember seeing them, in stores and stuff.
I don't mean to catch you off guard on this. Did you see the news that just broke on your former teammate on Jurickson Profar?
Yeah, I saw it, but just more his business. It's not ours. Feel bad for him. Obviously, it's something he did, but I don't know much about it, and I'm not going to dive deep into it. It's his business. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Thanks, guys.